Hey guys, welcome to the start of a next reading vlog. It's already Tuesday. Not really a lot has been happening so far this week. I've just been reading the same book. I don't think I mentioned in the last vlog what I was reading. I started reading Steel King by Devney Perry, which is book one of the Clifton Forge series. Now, I didn't realize until I was looking at reviews that this is the rebranded, I think it's Tin Gypsies, we used to be what the series was called, and this first book was called Gypsy King instead of Steel King. Because the series it was on, it's been on my want to read list. I had those cool, I'll show those covers on the screen, but I had those cool like skull covers, and they rebranded the series completely with the new covers. I don't know, I like the new covers, they're pretty and simple, but I really liked the old covers too, and I guess you can't get the old covers at all anymore, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm reading it on Kindle though, so it doesn't really matter about the cover, but so I am reading this because a bunch of romance booktubers are doing a read-along for the series. So they're doing a book a week, and every 2 books they're doing a live show on a different channel. So this week is Steel King, and then next week will be Riven Knight, I think is the second book, and then the end of next week will be the first live show. So I'm actually going to try to keep up. I'm usually really bad with doing read-alongs, even readathons, because I'm a mood reader a lot of the time, but I'm enjoying this one. I'm 65% of the way into it so far, and I have read Devney Perry before. I think I read Tattered by her. I listened to Tattered on audio, and I actually really liked that one. So this one is a motorcycle club. Not too heavy on the motorcycle club because they are a club that has been disbanded. Kind of the whole plot sort of to the story is we have the heroine is her name's Bryce. She's a journalist, and she moves back. Her hometown is like a neighboring town from Clifton Forge, but her father owns the paper in Clifton Forge, so she comes home to, I think she buys half of it and works for the paper, and she really wants to do a story on the ending of the Tin Gypsy Motorcycle Club, because like a year ago all of a sudden the club dissolved, and the guys that were part of the club just suddenly became normal law-abiding citizens and had normal jobs, and some of them like just went and joined other clubs and did other things, but for the most part it was just, no one really talks about it, but like they're relieved to not have because they were an MC, and they were bringing danger to the town, so they dissolved the club, and she wants to dig more into it and learn about what happened, what brought on their disbanding of the club. And as she's doing that, she gets sucked into another story where someone is murdered in a motel room, and the prime suspect is our hero's father and former gypsy president, also the founder of one of the founders of the motorcycle club. His dad is arrested as the prime suspect for the murder. So she works with the son Dash to get to the bottom of what happened, and I'm 65% in, so a lot has been revealed at this point. But I did read the synopsis of the next book. I skimmed the synopsis. I didn't read it thoroughly. I just wanted to see who the couple was in the next book. And it's good. I think that book's going to be really interesting, given who the heroine is. But it does say that there's still a murderer abroad. So I'm wondering if I'm assuming obviously they don't catch him, but or her, I don't know, them. So I'm wondering if they at least find out who they are by the end of this book, or if this is going to be something that's dragged out through the entire series. There's 6 books. I feel like that's a long time to drag something like that out. But again, I only read the synopses of the second book, so I haven't really looked. I just kind of skimmed to see the names in the synopsis of the other books to see who the characters were. Some of them I knew, some of them I hadn't, you don't meet yet, but yeah. So it's interesting. I think it's going a little bit slow. I don't know if it could be me. It could just be because I'm super freaking tired because I had to go to work. So I ended the last vlog on Saturday and I worked Sunday, Monday. Today's Tuesday and I had to go in at 3 o'clock in the morning and it is currently almost 7 o'clock and I haven't slept yet. I'm trying not to. Typically, on a normal week, I am off Wednesdays. I go in every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, but I'm off the following day. So I can like nap, and if I end up staying up later, it's not a big deal because I can just wake up later the next morning. I was trying not to nap today because I have to wake up at 5 tomorrow to go to work. So I want to be able to like go to sleep at a decent hour and actually get a full night's sleep. So I'm trying to stay awake. I'm holding out. There's a reading sprint tonight on Oh Hey It's McKay's channel, I believe. And I can't remember if it's at 7 or 8 o'clock. I guess I'll find out if I'm still... I'll find out soon. It might be 8 o'clock. So yeah, so I'm going to try to do that reading sprint. I'm going to read until then. I don't think I have any other updates to really give you. I don't think so. So I'm going to go keep reading. I don't know if I'll finish this tonight. 65%. I'd say probably not. I'll probably finish this tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I hope to at least read 2 books this week. So I'll read this one. And then I don't know if I'm going to pick up Riven Knight right after because I can read that next week. So I may finish reading this one and then pick up something else. So I'll update you guys later.
Hi, Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
You hear him purr?
Hi. Hi, babe.
So, well, he gets comfortable if he does. It's Thursday. No. It's Wednesday. I'm usually off on Wednesdays, so I'm like, I don't know what I worked today, so I'm like, I don't know what day it is anymore. It's Wednesday. It's like 8 o'clock on Wednesday. I just finished Steel King by Devney Perry. I'm gonna give it 4 stars, I think. So I enjoyed this book. I didn't like the ending. I mentioned this in the previous clip that I don't think, just because from what I read of the skimmed of the synopsis of the next book, I didn't think they were gonna find who this killer is, and they don't. But it doesn't, like, it's not like a cliffhanger. I mean, it's just kind of like, it felt weird. Like, so it's like, we had the plot was going along, and then it started to go up, and then it plateaued, and then it abruptly just, like, stopped. And, like, dropped off. And I was like, wait, that's it? That's all we get? So, I was kind of, like, disappointed with how it just... I felt like the ending was just, like... black. Like, I don't even know. Like, I didn't expect it to be a complete wrapped up story. But it just... the ending was just so... it felt very abrupt. And I wanted a little bit, like... something to lead into... like what the next book was gonna be. I mean, you get hints of what... I don't know if how the timeline's gonna go for the next book, if it's gonna overlap a little bit with the events of this book, or if it's gonna continue, because there's a time at the very, very, very end of this book, there's a time jump, and I was like, okay, but what happened in that time? So I'm a little bit confused about what's going on here. I'm definitely gonna read, when you read the second book, hopefully it'll make more sense. But I'm not gonna pick, I decided I'm not gonna pick the second book up right away. The readathon officially I thought it started this week. It officially starts next week. And then I think I don't remember when the live show is, the 26th or something like that. So I think this week, the next book I'm gonna pick up, which is still sitting up there on the shelf, I have to go get it. But I think I'm gonna pick up Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman next. My friend that I recommended the book to is on vacation. I think she started her vacation today, and she's gonna read it on her vacation. And I was like, well, she can't read it and come back, and I haven't read it yet when I recommended her the book. So yeah, I think I'm gonna read that next, and then I'll pick up Riven Knight after that, and then we'll see what goes on next week. It's, what did I say? It's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I work in the morning, and then I don't know what I have. I don't have plans tomorrow night. I think I'm gonna groom my dog. She's a little fluffy, little mop right now, so I think I'm gonna groom her, and then try to clean. I have a concert Friday night. I have Jason Aldean concert on Friday night. So I'll probably, but I'm off Friday, so like I have all day. I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which I think I mentioned before. So I'll have all weekend to read and to catch up on things. I just uploaded my wrap up finally for the second quarter. My haul has been edited. I need to make the thumbnail, and then that'll go up soon. And I still have to edit the vlog from last week, so I need to do that. Definitely. I don't know which order these things are going out in. I don't know if I might do the vlog and then the haul. We'll see. Just because I don't want to be too far behind with doing, if I'm gonna keep up these weekly vlogs, I don't want to be too far behind with them, if that makes sense. So we'll see how that goes. I think I was actually really tired today, so I don't know. I want to start still. It's just about 8:30. I want to start still beating, but I'm afraid that if I start it, I will not put it down. And I don't want to do that to myself because I'm really tired. So I think I'm gonna start it tomorrow night, so that way if I get really involved, it won't matter if I stay up all night reading it because I'm off. I have to take the dog to the vet in the morning, but it's just like, it's at 9 o'clock, and it's like a kind of an in and out sort of deal. So I can always just come home and go back to sleep if I have to. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I may read more of Covet the rest of the night, actually, because I really need to finish that book. It's been sitting for far too long on my currently reading list. I could also finish, I've been listening to, did I mention that I've been listening to Tourist Attraction? Yes, I almost said the Tourist Trap, but that's the name of the place. I've been listening to the Tourist Attraction for like the last 2 weeks now, and I don't know how many days I have left. Oh, I have like a week left. Okay. I don't know. I was like 70% into it. And y'all, I'm really bored and I'm very upset about it. Because I was really excited about this book because it sounded really cute. It was set in Alaska. There's a cute dog in it. Like, it just sounded like a fun time. And I like really related to Graham because I also live in a high tourist area. And I'm just so jaded and bitter about the whole thing because I've lived here. My family has lived here for almost 100 years, probably about 80 years. We've been in this area, so we've seen it from built up from nothing into the craziness that it is now. And I just like, I understand Graham's perspective, but like that's about it. And I like the dog. I'm bored. I feel like there's stuff happening, but it's just like, it's boring to listen to. I'm not a fan of the romance. It just seems there's no, like, I don't feel like there's any chemistry between the two characters. So at this point, I'm just listening to it to get it checked off my list and to finish it. So I don't know. I'm probably not going to listen to that tonight. I think I'm going to go read Covet. I'm going to take the dogs out first and then go read Covet. And then probably I'm going to try to go to sleep early. I mean, 9 for me is like normal time, but if I go to sleep, I don't know. We'll see what happens when I sign off. So, all right. I'll update you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Sorry if I look like a hot mess. I didn't get home last night till close to 2 o'clock in the morning because I was at a concert last night. We went to the Jason Aldean concert, and it started at 7:30. He had 2 openers. He had I think John Morgan and Gabby Barrett opened for him. But we didn't even get into the venue until like 8
8:45 because the traffic was so bad coming up the mountain, and there's only one way to go to get to that venue. It was insane. I've been up there a couple times, once for a concert and once for some other event, and I had never seen traffic that bad up going up that way. Like we literally sat in like bumper to bumper. You're going like 2 miles an hour if you're moving at all for about 2.5 hours maybe. And we left, so we did stop to eat first, but we left at like 3:45. It only takes maybe an hour, a little bit over an hour to actually get up there from where we are. But we did stop and get dinner, so we didn't actually leave town till like 5 o'clock. But still, we should have gotten there by 6:30 maybe. 8:45, 8:50, I think is what the clock said. That's freaking insane. Insane, because majority of that was traffic, and it got so bad that there were people getting out of their cars and running into the woods to pee. There were people running to the back to get their drinks out of their coolers. There were people literally sitting in the back of pickup trucks tailgating. Like, it was insane. It was bad. And everyone eventually was like parking in like other parking lots and random spots down the mountain and walking like the 2-3 miles up the mountain. And they for sure got there faster than the rest of us. However, it probably sucked at, 11:30 when the concert was finally over, and they had to walk all the way back down the mountain. But yeah, getting out was not nearly as bad. That probably took maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. And we were home within like an hour. Oh my God, I had never seen traffic like that up there before. And one of my friends was talking to someone in line, and she was from up there, and it was like a last minute thing for her to actually even go to the concert. And she even said like that she didn't understand why it was so crazy. And there was literally like, and it's an outdoor venue, but I'm like, there should be like a limit of how many people you could have in these places, because you could hardly move around at all. It was terrible. And yeah, but it was a great concert. I've seen him before. I saw him in 2016, I think. So it's been a while, but I love Jason Aldean a lot. So yeah, so it's like after 10 o'clock now. I woke up at like 9. Well, I woke up at 7 and I said, no way. And I went back to sleep. So now I have to take my car down and drop it off for inspection. So fingers crossed that they don't, like I'm going to a new place. So fingers crossed that they don't try to do anything, or one, they don't find anything, and two, that they don't try to hustle me, because y'all know how men are in these places with a girl when they walk in. But my car's I've had it for a year. It's a 2019, so there shouldn't be anything wrong, but I don't know. We'll see. If there is, I'll just go to my other mechanic friend and have him look at it first before I have work done on it, because girl can't afford that. Or doesn't expect to have to afford that. Anyway, I don't even know when the last update was I gave you guys. I think I finished Steel King, and then I couldn't decide what I wanted to pick up next. So I decided to pick up The Secret by Julie Garwood, because I looked at when the live show for Ransom was, and it's next Saturday. It's on the 23rd at 7 o'clock. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read The Secret and Ransom both within the week. I'm gonna try. I don't think I'll be able to do it, but we'll see. So that vlog will probably, because it's Saturday. I mean, I may extend this vlog until tomorrow, because I'm off tomorrow still. I had a nice 3-day weekend. I don't even think I've updated you a lot. I read 1 book so far. I don't know. We'll see how the rest of this weekend goes if I get more of this read. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it this weekend, but we'll try. It's cute so far. I like it. I'm only 50 pages into it because I had to leave yesterday, and the chapter was really long. But I like it. It's set in like medieval times. It's like the 1200. It's like 1200, I think, is when it's set, and it's when there's still that big rivalry between there always has been, between Scotland and England. And we have our 2 friends who, I think one of them is, I can't remember her name, Judith, and then Frances Catherine, I think is what her name is. So Frances Catherine is Scottish, Judith is English, but they've lived on the border for, like, they grew up on the border, so like they didn't really understand that they're not supposed to like the other because of who they are. So they became friends as children, and every summer they would go to this festival together at the border and you know, have that reunite. And they made a promise, or Judith made a promise to Frances Catherine when she was like 11, because Frances Catherine's mom and grandmother both died during childbirth. And she made a promise, because she made a promise that when she was expecting that Judith would come and be with her, because she feared that she was going to die like her mother and grandmother. So now we're in present day, and that promise has to be fulfilled, because sorry, I'm like, I don't have my tripod, it's in the other room, and my arm is starting to get tired. And I'm giving myself just flattering angles, aren't I? Anyway, it's time for that promise to be fulfilled, and her husband is adamant about seeing it happen, even though the laird of the clan and like the council are like not okay with this at all. But he gave his word, and they were catered to their Scottish roots. Like a Scot doesn't go back on his word. So the husband, I think his name's Patrick, his brother Ian is laird, so he volunteers himself to go down to England and pick up Judith. Now Judith is ready and waiting for them. She doesn't understand like this whole like you're not supposed to be friends with these people. I mean, she does, but like she's not bothered by it, because her and Frances Catherine have been friends forever. So yeah, so she's ready to leave. She lives with like an abusive uncle or something. Like her father died, and we find out her father was also a Scot, but her mother was like married him to spite her parents, and then ended up getting pregnant and was like resentful of her daughter for her entire life. So that's an interesting one, because one of the reasons that that Judith wants to go to the Highlands is to find her father and meet him, which is going to be an interesting part to the story. But yeah, so she's ready to go. She's ready and waiting for Ian when he comes. And they're expecting her to adamantly, flat out say that she's not going. But she's like, why would I not want to go? Like, I made a promise to my friend, I'm going to keep it. So that's where I'm at right now. They're picking her up and getting her to go. It's cute so far. I'm trying to remember I read a Julie Garwood. I read one of her contemporary, like, suspense thriller ones, Wired, I think, and I DNF'd it. I didn't like it. It was too techno-babbly for me. So I'm curious about how I would feel about her historicals. I know a lot of people love this book. So far I'm enjoying the storyline. The writing's a little, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I am enjoying the story. So I'm going to go because I keep getting texts, and I have to meet my friend in about 15 minutes. So I will update you guys later today. Like I said, it's early. It's like 10:30 and I'm off all day, so bye. Hey y'all, it's Sunday. It's about 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. So I had the best of intentions yesterday. I don't remember what I said in my update, but I know I wanted to read, and I have other things I wanted to do, and I ended up falling asleep for like a vast majority of the day. I think I actually actively started doing stuff around like 6 p.m. because I was downstairs watching, I think I ate lunch and I started watching some booktube videos, and I fell asleep in the chair and woke up and it was like after 6 o'clock. So I actually didn't even start reading until sometime late last night. And then today I ran errands this morning and did some stuff around the house. And now I'm sitting down, I have been down to read while dinner. I made a pork loin for dinner, so it's sitting in the crock pot, and I've got probably another 45 minutes or so till it's done. But I have been reading more of The Secret by Julie Garwood. I'm about 150 pages in right now, and I feel like I am in the minority with this book.
And I don't know. I honestly, so I like the story. The story is intriguing. The whole premise of it. But I don't think Julie Garwood's writing is for me. There's something about it that I don't like. It just seems like it's all over the place. Like there's a lot of going around in circles and jumping between topics really quickly and then going back and forth. And I don't know. I don't know what it is about it that it's not hitting right. And like we have an English heroine and a Scottish hero. And there's a lot of animosity between the Scots and the English. And yet we already have the Laird of the clan. He's already kissed her like 3 or 4 times in front of his other clan members and in front of like, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem like that would be a smart thing for the Laird of a Scottish clan to do, especially when they're supposed to not be like, I don't know, it's not working for me. And I feel weird about that because everyone has loved this book, given it 5 stars. And it's just, I don't like the heroine. Like, seems very young, very naive. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know, but I'm just like, I'm trying to like figure out what it is about this book that it's not resonating. And I'm thinking it's just how it's written. It seems very choppy, like simple, choppy. I don't know. I do enjoy the story though. The whole premise of the story is engaging and like I'm continuing to, like I want to continue to read. But it just, my brain feels like mush if I read it for a really long time because there's just a lot of, like I said, a lot of like back and forth, and I feel like they're talking in circles a lot of times. I don't know. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, and it just seems like the heroine is so nice. Like too nice, like annoyingly nice and sweet, and like her personality just is able to win over these hardened Scottish warriors just because she's a beautiful English woman. But she's still English, and there's just the whole thing between the Scots and in England has been like a centuries long feud. And it's just like they had to get the council's permission in order to even get her there, and like all of a sudden she's like beginning to win the Scots over, and it feels too easy and too simple. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how, like I said, I'm 150 pages in. I honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to even read Ransom, which is sad. I'm going to definitely finish this. I'm going to try to finish this within the next day or so. And then I don't know. The live show is on Saturday for Ransom. But that one is like over 500 pages long, so I don't know if I'll be able to make it or not. We'll see. Because I know the live show for Devney Perry's series Clifton Forge series is I think the 26th. So I'd have until like Saturday to read this book in Ransom, and then I'd have like 3 days to read Riven Knight, which I could probably do, but I don't know. I don't know how I don't know if I would, after reading this one, and we'll see how this actually goes like for the end of it, but I may need a break from this because it's set in the same like world, same universe. So I don't know. I may need a break from this after if I finish this. But like I said, we'll have to see how it goes. So I may not end up reading Ransom, and I still will watch the live show because I enjoy watching them and just chit-chatting about books. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Right now, it's not looking good for Ransom. I have it. I may like start and read a few chapters and see if it's any better. I have seen reviews where people do like Ransom better than The Secret, Not many, but there have been a couple that like Ransom better. So I don't know. We'll see. Because there is a character I think so far we met one of the characters that's in Ransom. Is in here. The other one I believe is also in here, but I don't know if we haven't seen him yet. And it's interesting because there's 2 heroines and 2 heroes in that one. So I don't know how, and like I think it goes dual timeline. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so like I said, I'm working my way through this. We'll see how much more I read of it tonight. Then I'll probably do one more update for this vlog, and then I'll be closing this one out, and I'll start next week's vlog tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. But I'll update you guys in a little while. So I read like 40-ish more pages of The Secret, and I think one of the issues that I have with this is that our heroine Judith feels very Mary Sue-ish. Like, she is supposed to be, she's English, like I said, hated by the Scots, and yet no matter who she talks to or what she does, she wins them over. And it's just as simple as that. Like, there was a scene where she's helping another townswoman give birth, and like the next day it becomes a whole thing because they didn't call the midwives, and then the priest gets involved because apparently there's something called the sins of Eve, where the whole reason behind childbirth is for the woman to have such pain as penance, I guess, for Eve. It made very little sense to me, and because no one heard her screaming, then she didn't have enough pain, and if she didn't have enough pain, she would have been condemned by the church. And I'm like, what? What? That makes absolutely no sense. And then because Judith stood up for her, because she was there during the birth, and said, okay, but she did have a great deal of pain, like all of a sudden she was a hero among the townspeople. And I'm like, I don't get it. She just seemed just to get by so easily and win everybody over so easily and it's just like she doesn't even really do anything. Or I don't know. It seems so cheesy as well, and I'm like, I feel really like bad about saying this about a book that a lot of people gave 5 stars. I'm just like, I don't get it. I'm clearly I am missing something. I don't know. Because then there was a scene, like in this same scene, there was a moment where she is riding with Broderick. Supposedly the horse that he's riding is Ian's stallion, who is very ornery and no one can ride him but the 2 of them. And yet she manages to soothe the animal and get on him and ride him wherever. And I'm like, really? Really? It's just everything's so easy for her no matter what she does. I'm not a fan, and I hate to say that, but I still am obviously gonna finish this, but I honestly don't think I'm gonna continue with Ransom. I need something with a little bit more substance, I guess, and a little bit more depth. And it's sad. I don't think Julie Gardwood is an author for me, because I DNF'd one of her other books. I do still have The Bride by her. That was another favorite among booktubers, so I may give that one a try. I don't know, but I don't know if Ransom's gonna be something I pick up because it's in the same world as this. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to read a little bit more of this. I'm not quite to page 200, but I'm gonna try to get to page 200, or at least finish this chapter up, and I'll be a little bit over 200, and then that'll be it for tonight, I think. So I'm hoping, I don't know, I don't think I'll finish this tomorrow. because I'll have like 100, almost 170 pages left to read. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it tomorrow, but I'll hopefully get it done by Tuesday. And then I'm gonna pick up Ribbon Night, I think, because I'm gonna need a break. And I feel so terrible for being in the minority with this book, but it's not something for me, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna close out this vlog. It's almost 9 o'clock, I think, and Sunday night. So tomorrow, last week's vlog is finally gonna go up. Tomorrow morning I have it scheduled to set to auto post, and then I'll see if I can edit this one tomorrow. We'll see what kind of footage I have, and I'll start next week's vlog. So alright, I hope you guys are enjoying these. This one probably wasn't as entertaining as the last one, but it probably hopefully won't be as long as the last one either. I know I said I was going to try to keep these shorter than an hour, and last week's was very, very close to an hour. So hopefully I can, because I don't keep track of the clips as I'm doing them. I just update and then don't realize I'm talking for 10 minutes every time. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this week's vlog. Let me know if you want me to keep doing these or just do, I don't know. I'm gonna still do them, I think. Alright, so I hope everyone had a great weekend, and thank you so much for watching this vlog if you stuck with it to the end. Hopefully next week's will be a little bit better with my reading. Alright, but I'm gonna end this, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!